Coming down the tunnel earlier, the Hornets getting mentally prepared. I know the home fans are prepared as well. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Wizards. On Monday, they'll head home and take on the Toronto Raptors. Then on Monday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come into town.
And for that game against Miami, that one will mark game number 6 for them in the NBA season. We'll see if there are any adjustments between now and then to the rotation.
And now Washington's starting group. We've got Okongwu, who's out there with Durant. The monster out there with Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Barry in at the point guard. And for the Hornets, they've got Bryant. Robinson is out there with Johnson. And it's Mitchell. And it's Washington in at the 5. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Bryant outside. Takes it from 10. Rebound by the Wizards. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Washington. Mitchell outside. Washington inside. Guarded by O'Neal. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First team foul.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Free throw good from Washington. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, and we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Washington hits them both. Well, it's no secret this Washington team is in a rebuilding phase. But, Brent, they've collected some assets.
Yeah, they got some flexibility here, Kevin, and they made the call to start over. They took some other players that other teams didn't want, along with some draft picks, which sometimes you have to do when you're bottoming out. They have a good toolbox to rebuild with.
Yep, that one goes.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And Bryant kicks to Robinson. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Barry covered by Mitchell. Johnson with the rebound. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Bryant outside. Robinson sets a screen for Bryant. Second chance shot. Count it.
I mean, just throwing himself on the offensive glass. Robinson knows he has the size and length to capitalize there.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Korver, no luck.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Washington passes to Bryant. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And he's got great length for a point guard, and it served him well on that play.
The Wizards have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Outside Korver. Johnson against Durant. Wide open look here for Okongwu. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Fantastic look from Durant. Such an underrated playmaker.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. While we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. In fourth, the Wizards.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Hornets. Outside Bryant. Johnson kicks to Robinson. Charlotte moving it around. Hits the three-point bomb. Bryant's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, great pass from Robinson, scanning the floor there and spotting the open teammate.
Wizards trail by 4. O'Neal a screen on Mitchell. From deep three-point land. Hornets with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And Shaq with the slam.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Hornets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Robinson kicks to Johnson. From outside, off the mark. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Barry passes to O'Neal. Barry, covered by Mitchell. And his teams establish chemistry in the early part of the season. Brent, what are some of the keys?
Well, on the court, really it is about the coaches defining roles. And anytime you get players who buy into those roles in the early part of a year, it's a support system for what the star guys have to do. It builds a ton of confidence, and the connectivity that coaching staffs know will lead them ultimately to a team that can compete in the playoffs.
The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. You know, Brent, the Wizards had a very tough 23-24 campaign, didn't they?
Very difficult for everybody, their fans, their ownership, and their coaching staff, which changed last year. Just 15 wins, a record low for a very prideful Washington franchise. Their offense struggled, their defense was 28th. On the bright side, a lot of minutes went to their younger players, so it's going to be another year of development in Washington.
And Washington has possession. after Charlotte getting the 3. Okongwu with the screen for Korver. Drills the three-pointer. Korver's got 5 points so far.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
No one covering. 8 points for P. Wizards trail by 3. Outside Korver. The 3 from KD. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Well, there's a nice answer from an operator in Kevin Durant. You hit a 3, you know he's coming back at you.
The Hornets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Washington finds Johnson. Johnson double-teamed. Mitchell outside. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The 3 from KD. Rebound by Johnson. Charlotte's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. And then Washington with the dunk.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Both teams deciding to change it up. On defense, the Hornets. Outside, KD lets the 3 fly. It's good from long range. Durant's got 6.
Looks so effortless for Kevin Durant, making long-range shots look unchallenging.
For 3, Mitchell. Rebound by the Wizards. Adams, the pass to Barry. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Wizards?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses. Charlotte trailing. to Andrews. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
For Charlotte, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
One shot.
And that one misses. And Adams has got the ball here for Washington. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And you got to love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
And Washington has possession after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Poked away, stolen by Robinson, and now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up, and then Lillard slams it in.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Wizards trail by 5. Outside Irving. Nice ball movement by Washington. Good on the three-point shot. 6 points for him.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Kuzma. He has yet to score. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Andrews passes to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Kicked his pocket. Siakam outside. Adams with the screen on Robinson. Adams outside. Here's Barry. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Charlotte's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Here is Lillard. He has 5. Fires for 3. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 8 points. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Hornets lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. The monster out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Okongwu in at the 4.
And ball handlers like Mitchell really elevate your offense. It's his precision passing to pass the basketball at the right time. Really a terrific ability.
Good on the shot. And with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Durant. Charlotte's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Lillard the pass to Johnson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Johnson's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Hornets. Outside Korver. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's KD. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
He wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Andrews, no good. Wizards trail by 7. Irving looking for an opening. KD, that's for 2. Again, the miss by KD.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really, the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
Free throw good, Kuzma.
There's all these little attributes to Kyle Kuzma's game that you start to see show themselves. He's developing as a passer and as a rebounder. I think his best basketball is still ahead of him.
Washington's checked in for the Hornets. And a switcher also for Washington. Beasley's checked in for Kevin Durant. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And Kuzma, one of those forwards that can kind of go between. Plays the 4 or the small forward. And that's impressive versatility from this young player.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for 1.
On the free throw, no good.
Well, sending Shaq to the line here is on paper the smart foul, but O'Neal might just make them regret it. And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And here's Korver after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Okongwu with the screen on Lillard, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Wizards second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
And so here's Charlotte. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Here's Mitchell. Washington trying to break free.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Here's Korver. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Washington shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Lillard with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Miami.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Outside Irving. O'Neal sets the screen for Irving. Trains it from beyond the arc. And now just a 3-point Hornets lead.
This is where Kyrie can work some of his magic out there on the floor. Excels at getting the screen and taking advantage of any space he gets.
Now here's Mitchell. Still yet to score.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Pass to O'Neal. Shoots over Washington, and O'Neal gets it to go.
And so hard to cover Shaq effectively inside. He just powers through you.
Hornets leading by 3. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes play. Basket counts. Washington's got 6 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And it's Irving with the ball for Washington. O'Neal outside. The 3 from Korver. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. 11 points in the game.
And how about O'Neal zipping passes over to his guys, using that height to find open teammates?
Charlotte has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Lillard dishes to Mitchell. Charlotte moving the ball around. Lillard against Irving. Washington sets the pick for Lillard. 5 to shoot. That one doesn't drop. Shaq with some nice D. Korver against Mitchell. Beasley outside. A miss that time would have put him up. And stolen by Okongwu. Down low. Here's Shaq. Can't tie it up as that one misses. For Charlotte, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
And we've got a timeout call by Brian Keefe. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Wizards trail by 4. Beasley outside. And another miss by Washington. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Back to Robinson. It's hauled in by Adams. Washington's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Siakam. Here's Mitchell. 8 points his last outing. Outside, Bryant. Jacks up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Wizards trail by 5. Barry, covered by Mitchell. Barry, his shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Here's Andrews. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Miami. Outside Bryant. And the 3 off target. Washington's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on 3s. Here's Barry. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Wizards trail by 3. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. For 3, knocks down the 3-ball. He's got 13.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Mitchell finds Bryant. Robinson a screen on Irving. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Rebound by Andrews. Charlotte leading by 3. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Robinson passes to Bryant. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game. Adams with the screen on Mitchell. Nailed from 3-point land.
3 points.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Hornets ahead, up by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drums. Yeah, measuring up. Oh, yeah. Let's hear it for the participants.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Before we go any further, a look ahead to the games yet to be played tonight. Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
I imagine Shaq probably throws that bowling ball a little too hard, Ernie. I don't know.
False. I have a finesse game, Kenny. One time I hit a sit-down shot from the seats behind the lane.
Shaq's like a trick shot artist out there. He's diving, he's spinning. I'm curious to see what's left in the bag. I'll get the lanes. You guys bring your own shoes this time. And guys, let's take a look at the Wizards in that first half. Neither side able to build a significant lead through 2.
Facing good shooters, you have to extend your defense early in the clock. Let those guys drain a few and get into rhythm. Your toast with the butter and the jelly.
Avocado toast.
Ooh, I like that too, Jet.
Don't put your diet on me, Kenny.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Hornets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Johnson is out there with Robinson. Then it's Bryant. Then it's Mitchell. And it's Washington in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Korver passes to Barry. Another one falls for Washington.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Bryant. Mitchell outside. They get it back.
And surgical around the hoop. Robinson forces your hand as the defender.
The Hornets have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
At the line for 2, David Robinson.
And that one falls for Robinson.
Yeah, and Robinson is a franchise-defining talent, a chiseled, powerful center, a remarkable leader.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Wizards trail by 3. Barry passes to Okongwu. Barry, covered by Mitchell. Here's Barry. The Hornets pull it in. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Now, here's Mitchell. From deep, Bryant. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Barry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bryant outside. Robinson kicks to Johnson. Washington sets the pick for Johnson. It's blocked by Shaq. To the middle. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Charlotte leading by 6. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And here's Bryant for 3. Rebound, Washington. Shaq's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Shoots the 3. And it's Bryant missing.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime? That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Mitchell passes to Bryant. Bangs home the trifecta. Bryant's got 6 in the quarter.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
Outside Durant. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. There's the three, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
Sinks the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's got 6. Korver dishes to Okongwu. Baseline try. A rebound by Washington. Hornets leading by 6. Pass to Bryant. Outside Robinson. Back to Bryant. Over in the corner, Washington. Shot clock at 5. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Washington's got 8 points. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. Kuzma's checked in for Charlotte. Lillard comes in for Bryant. And a switcher also for Washington. Irving's checked in. On defense, Charlotte. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Kyrie exceptional at taking the hit and then somehow creating a release angle towards the rim.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
And Irving is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. I mean, who still continues to play at a high level.
Pass to Andrews. Kuzma against Durant. Kuzma kicks to Lillard. His three-pointers off the mark. Wizards trail by 5. Shot from the wing. Rebound by Andrews.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Now Kuzma. Inside. Outside for Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. Nobody near Lillard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Durant. Durant going to work inside.
And the handles from Durant are downright filthy, using him to cut up the defense there with ease.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and the Hornets miss again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Kuzma against KD. Pass to Irving. Over Mitchell. Good D by Mitchell. Charlotte leading by 3. Driving the lane. Oh!
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. For Washington, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Here's KD. Rebound by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Charlotte Hornets. Kuzma outside to the paint. Here's Andrews. O'Neal with the rebound. Shaq's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Okongwu. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Okongwu's now got 5.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. There's a minute 40 left in the third quarter. Robinson a screen on KD. Kuzma, that's good.
Getting exactly what he wants. Kuzma just needing to create some elbow room for himself.
Mary, covered by Lillard. Adams sets the pick for Irving. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. And Adams kicks to Irving. The Wizards working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Durant just inside the line. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Durant's got 10 points now just in this quarter. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Lillard. And he converts the layup. Lillard's got 13.
And Lillard refusing to be denied.
Wizards trail by 5. Releases. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And Adams sends it back. And he stays with it. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Buries the long-range jumper. Kuzma's got his second basket.
That's what you expect from Kuzma. He's a high-volume three-point shooter.
Here's Barry. Nice form on the 20-footer. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Hornets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So the Wizards 5 right now. We've got Durant. Beasley is out there with Adams. And there's the monster. And it's Barry in at the point.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
And Lillard kicks to Kuzma. From deep, Bryant. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he should be playing this game with an apron on because he's cooking right now.
Wizards trail by 4. Launches a 3. Kuzma pulls it in. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Hornets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Washington finds Bryant. And a miss there on the triple. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Baseline J on the way. Nice jump shot. Good.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And so it's Charlotte with it, following the bucket by the Wizards. The shot's good from Kuzma.
With very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Durant with the screen on Lillard. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Kuzma left side. The 3 from Johnson. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Beasley in the post, covered by Lillard. No good from Beasley. Charlotte leading by 5. Now Washington. Pass to Lillard. Here's the 3. He's off on that one. Excellent D there from Beasley.
Well, a fast start in the first half. Looks like he's playing this second half in the mud.
Here's Durant. Good work defensively by Bryant. Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Johnson for 3. Rebound, Washington. It's Beasley on the wing, defended by Bryant. On the top of the key, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 27 points for him.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away.
Section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's next.
Charlotte making some changes. Robinson's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Mitchell in for Damian Lillard. And then for Washington, Shaq comes in for Adams. And Okongwu's subbed in for Beasley. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. Now, Coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Now, here's Washington. Johnson finds Bryant. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
What's gotten into him today? Yeah, this is getting ridiculous.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Okongwu's shot is good.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Back to Mitchell.
The aggressiveness of Mitchell, willing to take on the entire team to earn that foul.
At the line for your Hornets, Donovan Mitchell, taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And we've seen Mitchell go up against much larger defenders throughout his career. And the reason he makes it look so easy is because of that 6'10" wingspan. Keep in mind, he stands at 6'1", but that's incredible length at his height.
And Mitchell drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Pass to Okongwu. Durant wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. And so Bryant will bring it up for Charlotte. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Spaz Robinson. Robinson sets a screen for Bryant. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Bryant's got 9 points now in the quarter. Pass to Korver. Over Johnson. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Korver.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Outside Robinson. A 3 from Bryant. Good! Another from 3.
He's got his defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Now, here's Washington. Robinson with it. Okongwu covering. Kept alive. And then Washington with the dunk.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Wizards trail by 11. Here's Barry. Cracks in the tray. 30 points in the game.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Bryant finds Johnson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the inside, O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Hornets leading by 6. Here's Mitchell. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the call on Durant. That's his third foul of the game. .156 left to play here in the fourth. Wizards trail by 6. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
While taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
That one misses. Hornets leading by 4. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Bryant. Latrey. Rebound, Washington. O'Neal's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Okongwu against Washington. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Washington. Here's Barry. No good on the quick 3.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. You have to use better judgment there.
Wizards trail by 4. Shaq gets to Corbin. The 3. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
There's 57 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Johnson against Corbin. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Man, the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keith. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Here's Durant. Here's Shaq. It counts.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Johnson with it. Guarded now by Durant. Takes a step back. Johnson kicks to Bryant. And again, the Hornets missing. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Second team foul. Shooting for the Wizards. At the line for two.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Inside, and stolen by Okongwu. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Now, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
Knocks down the 3. And it's Brian Keith calling timeout here. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. For the win. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Here we go. We've got Damian Lillard, also Bryant out there, Washington out there with Johnson, and it's Andrews in at power forward. Durant for 3. The Hornets pull it in. Outside Bryant. Lillard outside. Beyond the arc. Bryant can't get it to go.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
No good on the free throw.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
Here is Lillard. Johnson outside. Buries it from 3-point range.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Here's Okongwu, following the 3 by Charlotte. Barry, covered by Lillard. Here's Barry, and he makes good on the layup. 37 points for him.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 so far in their 3-point attempts in overtime. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He knows every possession is critical now. Johnson against Corver. Johnson kicks to Lillard. Back to Johnson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Johnson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Okongwu with a screen on Bryant. And here's Corver from the arc. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Washington ball.
On defense, Charlotte. The Wizards working the ball around now. Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Barry.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And so Bryant will bring it up for the Hornets. Johnson outside. No good from outside. Wizards have gone 2 of 4 on their shots here in overtime. Okongwu, the pass to Durant. Here's Barry. Off target from 3-point range. Lillard outside. Goes up at the stripe. That one goes. Count it. And the Hornets lead by 3.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Here's Barry, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Damian Lillard. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2. Good on both. We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. Johnson with it. Launches it. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. Corver, no luck. Hornets have gone a little over 50% from the field in overtime. They're 4 of 6. Now here's Johnson. 3-pointer. And it's Shaq with the rebound. Johnson against KD. Here's Barry. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So dynamic with the ball. Durant showing his versatility with that dish.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move. And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
First team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. It drops.
And how smart, just get the ball to KD and get out of the way.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Shaquille O'Neal. 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
That's the first. That makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Johnson against Corver. Johnson up top. And we're headed to another overtime. A breathtaking defensive stop to stay alive. And the officials do need to look at the replay. You know, the basket may count after all. We'll see. No guarantees this outcome is going to remain the same.
Previous play is
And the calls come in. The basket was indeed too late, and this game is going to keep going.
You know, at first I thought maybe he did get it off before the buzzer, but the camera doesn't lie. And here we go again, guys, another overtime.
And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line. Here we go. Outside Corver, over Robinson. That that doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Robinson a screen on Korver. And here's Bryant for three. Connects again from distance.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. Durant kicks to O'Neal. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Johnson outside. Misses the three. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. They trail by one.
Hornets foul. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Johnson. Connects from three-point range. Johnson's got 29.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Here's Barry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Charlotte shooting at 51%. Really solid. Johnson wide open. He fires. And it's the Hornets another three.
And what a dominant performance he's put on here in overtime. He has been on an absolute tear.
Number 7. First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Pass to Washington. Johnson outside. From deep, Bryant. And it's Shaq with the rebound. Shaq's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Korver with it. Outside O'Neal. O'Neal is double. Down low. The Conru.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Charlotte in the lead. Johnson outside. Pass to Carrington. Five on the clock. Yep, it counts.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Yeah, this is a big-time moment, and so him stepping up his intensity, staying in attack mode, that's nice.
Wizards trail by 4. High, arcing shot. A rebound by Washington. Charlotte shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Simmons checked in for Charlotte. Here's Barry. Count it! And now they trail by just 4. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Barnes is checked in for Simmons. Barnes with it, guarded now by Durant.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Barry pass to Durant. That shot no good. Johnson with some nice D. Washington kicks to Robinson. Barnes outside. Pass to Bryant. Fires away from outside. Rebounded by the Wizards.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this